Welcome back. After questions from Jeremy Corbyn about Brexit, eliciting few answers from the British PM, the Labour leader asked about daily British-backed killing in the Middle East at PMQs. The PM defended the UK's alliance with Saudi Arabia, which has been killing civilians in Yemen, this way.
Our relationship with Saudi Arabia is an important relationship. It's a particularly important relationship in relation to the security of this country and counter-terrorism and foiling activities of those who would wish to do citizens harm here in the UK.
So Theresa May seems blissfully unaware that Democratic presidential contender Hillary Clinton sent an email to Obama advisor and now campaign chief John Podesta explicitly saying that the Saudi government funds ISIS-Daesh. How can an alliance with a country allegedly funding ISIS-Daesh aid UK counter-terror operations? Corbyn wasn't satisfied.
The UK needs to use its influence to help the people of Yemen. Bombs exported from Britain are being dropped on Yemeni children by Saudi pilots trained by Britain. If there are war crimes being committed, then, as the UN suggests, they must be investigated. Isn't it about time this government suspended its arms sales to Saudi Arabia?
Of course not. Theresa May will continue licensing weapons to the Saudi government to kill children in Yemen. Meanwhile, the SNP's Angus Robertson, who has been raising Saudi in recent weeks, turned his attention to Aleppo, where Russian airstrikes have arguably been winning the war against Saudi UK-backed Islamists.
In recent years, more than 60 Russian naval vessels have refuelled and resupplied in Spanish ports. Whoa. So will the Prime Minister join me and EU and NATO allies in unequivocally calling on Spain to refuse the refuelling?
So the government of Syria asks Russia to help it wipe out ISIS-Daesh, and the Scottish nationalists want to prevent Russian military assets from being able to refuel in ports under EU jurisdiction. Given the international community's support for the government of Syria, we look forward to Russia, China, India, and nations in Africa and Latin America refusing to allow the Royal Navy to sail in international waters right around the world. Oh, and within a couple of hours, the Russian Federation rescinded its request to Spanish authorities for the refueling of the Admiral Kuznetsov carrier group.